Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Fanny. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. I'm the founder and the materials writer. And you have an interesting question here. Normally, I wouldn't waste my time doing a video, but I think this is an interesting question. So you said, hey, Michael, I was checking your website. I can see you have enough experience teaching English and preparing students for the TOEFL IBT test. My concern is the following. I have done a TOEFL test for a third time and my score is the following. Writing 25, reading 22, speaking 23, and listening 12. So I'm very worried because I'm sure that is not my listening score, as I've done this test 2 months ago and I got 20 on the listening section. So my question is, have you ever heard of mistakes or technical errors in the TOEFL score reports? My answer is yes, I have. I really have. So let me go back to what you said in your second paragraph. I've called ETS to complain about this inconsistency in my score, and also because when I took my last TOEFL test, the satellite stopped working and the exam started with 2 hours of delay. And before the speaking section, I experienced some trouble with my computer. Then they told me that I must wait 7 to 10 days in order to find out my case and give me an answer. Have any of your students ever experienced a mistake in their TOEFL score reports? I really appreciate your answer. Thank you. Yes, yes, and yes. So I think probably what you're going to have to do, and unfortunately, I wish you could take, like, let's say that you're really happy with your writing and your speaking scores, right, and your reading, but your listening you don't like. What would be really great is you could take that 20 you got on a previous test and then put it onto this test, but ETS will not do that. So probably what they're going to do is to issue a refund of your money, and then you can retake the test and go through all of that headache again and all that misery of sitting there for 5 or 6 hours and do it all over again for free. That's probably what's going to happen. Now let me give you the situation of a student that I've had and what happened to her. Maybe it can give you some information, might help you know. In her case, she was taking the TOEFL test, and during the listening section she lost a internet connection. Maybe it was another problem with the satellite or a problem with the connection of some sort. So then 10 or 15 minutes went by, and then they got the connection fixed, and guess what? It was in a different part of the listening section, not the part that she was working on, and all of the things that she missed that day, the TOEFL gave her zeros for that part of the test, and when she got back her test, she got only 10 points on the listening section. You can imagine how upset she was. Now what's even worse is she did really good in other parts of the test, but because she didn't pass the listening, she didn't get her required 100 score that she needed for the university she was attending. Her question to ETS was, she goes, look, I did really well on the speaking, on the writing and the reading areas. The listening section, you gave me 10 points out of 30. That's not my fault because I lost the connection. And then she asked ETS, she said, well, can you guys put my other score of 24 points on the listening from a previous test, and that way this score will give me the cumulative 100 points that I needed to get into the university. And unfortunately, the ETS response to that was, no, we cannot do that. What they did offer her was a refund on her money, and they offered her a chance to retake the test at a later date. Well, when she was writing me the message, she was really, really upset. I can understand why she was upset. I mean, she was almost in tears. So anyway, Fanny, I hope that my information has given you some insight into your problem, and I feel bad for you that this particular problem that has happened to you has also happened to other students also. So probably your best deal in negotiating right now is to negotiate for a refund. so that you can retake the test without those technical problems that you experienced.